Why was economic freedom denied to Black people in Reconstruction? Have you ever wondered why, after the Civil War, Black Americans still faced so many obstacles to achieving economic freedom? The period known as Reconstruction was supposed to be a time of hope and progress, but it turned out to be filled with challenges. Let's break down the reasons behind this denial of economic freedom. First, we need to look at the laws that were put in place, known as Black Codes. These laws were created in southern states to limit the rights of newly freed Black people. They restricted movement, criminalized minor actions, and enforced labor contracts that often forced Black individuals into unfair work situations. For instance, vagrancy laws made it illegal to be unemployed, allowing authorities to arrest Black people and compel them into labor. This made it nearly impossible for them to negotiate fair wages or seek better job opportunities. Next, the economic systems that emerged during this time, particularly sharecropping and the crop-lien system, kept many Black families trapped in cycles of debt and poverty. Under sharecropping, Black families worked on land owned by white landlords in exchange for a portion of the crop. However, these landlords controlled credit for supplies and set unfair terms, often charging high interest rates. This left many sharecroppers with little to no profit, resembling a form of economic servitude. Additionally, Black Americans entered this new era without capital, land, or access to credit. White landowners and banks systematically refused to sell land or provide loans to Black individuals. This lack of resources denied them the chance to build independent economic lives. Poor white communities and Black communities were often set against each other over issues like taxation and social services, which weakened any potential political alliances that could have supported Black economic growth. Political support for Black economic rights was also inconsistent. While some radical Republicans initially backed Black political and economic rights, their commitment faded once they gained national power. This led to a decrease in federal enforcement of protections for Black citizens. The withdrawal of federal troops and the rise of white supremacist groups further eroded the economic and political gains that Black Americans had achieved. Moreover, discrimination was not limited to agriculture. Segregation, restrictive housing rules, and unfair employment practices made it hard for Black Americans to access education, housing, and jobs. These barriers reinforced economic inequality and kept many Black families from achieving financial stability. In summary, the denial of economic freedom to Black people during Reconstruction stemmed from a mix of restrictive laws, exploitative labor systems, lack of access to resources, inconsistent political support, and widespread discrimination. These factors created an environment that sustained economic dependency and inequality, despite the formal end of slavery.